Hey guys, Kev here, and I'm trying to get my camera straight. You don't want to see how I got this thing rigged up. But anyway, I got a couple unboxings here. So the first one, actually, I'll just do a video for each. This is from Stevie, aka Stevie Wonder Woman, I believe, on Instagram. He's also a patron of the Lefty EDC channel, so thank you, Stevie. That is awesome that you support the channel that way. Appreciate anybody who does that. There's a link down below to sign up for Patreon. All right, that's enough of the advertising. This here is the Giantmouse GM8 or GMP8. Is there a difference? I don't know. Ah, he's one of those tapers. One of those tapers. Axon, baby, Lefty. Waiting on my second one to get here. Looks like there's a note in here. A long one. Holy shit. Okay. I am reading this. Lefty. So here's the Giantmouse GM8 we talked about. I've only carried it for a few hours, really just to see how it feels in pocket. Other than that, just out for a few Instagram photos. Out of the box, it was a bit gritty. Had to tune it up to get it where it is now. I initially dropped in some skiff rocket glides, but put the stock bearings back in it so you can experience as I got it. Feel free to do a disassembly and add the included skiffs to see what you think. Wow. You might notice a little bit of rust inside the pocket clip screw head. Giantmouse is aware that mine, as well as some others, have this going on, and after contacting them, they will be sending out a replacement. I included a copy of their email. Definitely curious what you have to say, good or bad. God, I hope I got this camera set up right. Good or bad, glad to send this out to see it on the channel. I've been watching since the beginning. Wow. Oh, and if you do carry it, please make sure any and all of that ass juice has been wiped down before sending it back. Laugh out loud. Look forward to the vid. Regards, Stevie P. Oh, here we go. Here guys, at Stevie_Wonder_woman on Instagram. Please take note of that. I will be putting that in the description as well, but I want credit to go where credit is due. Thank you, Stevie. You are the woman. Get it? Giantmouse support. Hi, Stevie. Thank you for reaching out. We're very sorry that the clip screw on your new GM8 came with what looks like rust. It's never fun being excited for a package only to open it and be disappointed. We have replacement screws on order with our manufacturer, aka Riot, and should have them soon. These screws are a steel that should not rust, so we are investigating with the manufacturer whether or not it could be rust or something to do with the PVD finish. We're so glad you're enjoying the GM8 minus the screw issue. Best regards, Bridget Hines. And I believe that's the wife of the guy who started Giantmouse. Forget his name, Jim, I think. Jim Hines. All right. Let's crack into this bad bah. So I've never handled a GM knife, like one of the premium ones. So this should be pretty cool. This is an interesting one. I didn't jump on it because it didn't look very flickable, you know? Okay, so you have a Giantmouse card. I know you guys are sick of seeing stuff at this point, and you just want to see the knife. Rocket glides. These must be 5mm. Yep. GM Giantmouse. I'm guessing it's manufactured by Riot. I can't actually be certain of that though. I haven't researched it enough yet. Comes in this cool pouch with a Giantmouse logo. This is their like fancy line. All right. And they only make a certain number or something of these, and that's it. It's like special edition run type deal. Oh, what am I doing here? Hang on. I'll do all this later. I don't want to keep you guys. All right. So here it is. This is the GM8, guys. And then I think there was another one called the GMP8. I think that's what I'm mixing up. Apologize for my lighting. It is a rainy day here, and I am in the truck. I like the clip. I will say that. I don't really see any rust. I'm not sure what he's really talking about there. I will say that the screw or the clip slides back and forth. You have one screw holding it in. I'm not even sure there's a pocket for it. It looks like it might even be mounted right on the scale. And it could be that it's just loose, but you can see there it's sliding back and forth. You have a lanyard hole, titanium milled handles. I mean, the handles look cool. It is a frame lock, and it's right-handed, so my thumb is naturally landing right on that frame lock, and this could be bad news. I'm going to back off it. Jimping is interesting, and there's a little hook, kind of, where you're going to pull the flipper. It kind of grabs you. We'll see if it ends up being painful. Okay, detent is not good. Yeah, that is putrid on the detent. So, I'm not sure Riot manufactured this. I'd like to hope with that detent that they didn't. The action is decent, dead centered. It looks cool. I like how the tip. One thing I don't like is I can literally poke myself with the tip. So you can see there where it stands. So it kind of lands between the two scales before the backspacer. But you can actually just run your finger right here and you're going to grab it. I'm grabbing that tip. So that is terrible. Or terrible. It's just not cool. Reverse flick, left-handed lock bar. Yes, it works. So because of that weak detent, I can flick this left-handed, which is actually fucking cool. I never thought of that. So action is like okay. Right-handed. Yeah, man, this detent is just not dialed at all. I mean, maybe it's dialed for the flick, and that's why they did it that way, but I mean, even on the flick, I can easily fail it. So, not left-handed, though, because I'm putting pressure on the lock bar. Normally, that would lock the knife up if it had a good detent. But because it doesn't, it actually just increases the detent and gives me a better flick. So, this is actually a better knife left-handed than it is right-handed, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know how much these go for. I think they were like 400 bones, something like that. Now, it is possible that this is a one-off issue with this knife. It just has a weak detent. That does happen. We is very guilty of that. A lot of Italian knife companies are guilty of that. So if this is made by one of them. But it's other than the detent and the wiggly clip, like the finishing work, all of that stuff, it does kind of have a Riot vibe to it, and my senses tell me it's made by Riot, but I could be wrong. I mean, they could be trying to use different manufacturers and branching out a little bit, but it does have a Riot feel to it. Now, ergonomics, very comfortable right here in this grip. You have that jimping back here. You have this kind of clip point blade, which I really like clip points, how they look. I don't like them in function. It is very sharp, feels amazing. The micro milling, I don't know how well it comes across, but it's done very, very well on here. Cool pivot collars, titanium pivot collars. And then you have that blade, which is a satin finish. Yeah, this does not look like a Riot belt satin, but it is a belt satin. So that kind of tells me it might not be Riot who manufactured this. I know that sounds weird. This could be a we-made product, looking at that finish. There's plenty of other coming. QSP, although, I don't know, I haven't seen one of their really, like, belt satin. Yes, I have, on the Nimble. Yeah, I mean, it could be. I don't know. I'm just guessing here, guys. Who fuck knows? I'm just... You know, I'm not trying to just sit here and throw shit at the wall, but I do. So anyway, I actually like the overall design. I like the ergonomics overall. I like that you kind of have a finger choil here. You know, if they dialed the detent up, here's the trade-off. If they dial the detent up, I can't do that. So being left-handed, what I would do if I owned this knife and like was gonna keep it and all that stuff, right? I would get a flipper delete done. And then I just have a really nice choil right here. You know, you'd have no flipper to worry about. And then carry would be a little more streamlined. And then you just have a great flick knife, right? Let me try the thumb flick left-handed. Yeah, thumb flick works. Right-handed, yeah, it works. And again, you can reverse flick this right-handed. You know, not great. And you have the flipper tab. So, I mean, there's plenty of people out there that aren't going to complain about a detent like this. It's surprising if this is made by Riot, that detent, though, which tells me it could be just a one-off. But, you know, I'm going to stop talking about it now. This is the Giantmouse GM8. Very interesting knife. I like it. I do like it overall. I think it's a good design. I think it's a good piece. I would definitely change some things though. That flipper tab is a little bit bitey because of that point at the end there. It does kind of poke you. Wouldn't want to be push buttoning it. But yeah, overall, cool knife, cool clip. Look at that clip, looks cool. So I will be checking this out, guys, and really appreciate Stevie for sending this along. That clip, that tip at the front here, that does bother me a bit though, that you could, you know, catch yourself on there. I mean, you got to go in at the right angle, but right there I got it again, you know. So yeah, thank you guys. I love you all. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later.